there, I'm Juliana McMillan-Woolhoit, the principal of Tabulate Spatial Services, and I'm going to be talking about day 3 of the Community Map Challenge Community Assets. So what are community assets? Community assets, according to a quick Google definition, are the collective resources which individuals and communities have available at their disposal. Those things that can be leveraged to develop effective solutions to promote social inclusion, improve health and well-being of citizens. Assets can include organizations, associations, and individuals. So community assets is a really broad word and sort of topic, but that's really intentional because what makes the community assets in one place are going to be very different than the community assets in another place. There's a whole process called community asset mapping that you can look up. That's actually one of the ways that I got my start in GIS, where we went around and we talked to people in different neighborhoods in Chicago, and we were just like, what are the things, like, where do you go for help? What are the things that make your neighborhood unique? And we listed those as being the assets. So they were things that ranged from churches to the organic grocery store to the barbershop where people got their hair cut. So that is one way that you can go about making an asset map. But another way would be for you as someone who is maybe familiar with this place, what are the places that you view as being the assets? Is it a church that has a food pantry? Is it the elementary school? What are those places that are assets that really make this community unique? And I would argue that every community does have assets. So sometimes you might be mapping sort of the inverse of what we're mapping that day to try and show some challenges within a community and maybe how it's not thriving. But I think that for assets is that communities really do have these things going for them. It could be the hospitals, whatever they may be. So here are some ways to think about maybe getting data. So OpenStreetMap via GeoFabrique, which we've talked about before, is a really great resource. So you can get that data and you can begin to query it to find schools, organizations. That's an option. You can go on Google and search up associations. You can also just begin to, just take and map the places that that exist within your community. Another option would be for you to create a form. So if you have access to ArcGIS Online, to create one of their smart forms or a survey 1, 2, 3 form, and shoot it out to people who who live in that area, or shoot it out on Twitter and ask people to give the community assets that they see. This could be a map that maybe you start today and you can finish another point in time. Again, there is grace in this challenge where you don't have to map every day. You can choose to map whatever days you want to. But again, really excited that you are joining us on this challenge. So if you aren't familiar with the challenge, you can go to www.thecommunitymaps.org and sign up and join our community to join our Discord, join the discussion. So would love to know in the comments, what are you mapping? What are some of the assets that you're doing? What are the data sources that you are finding that you are going to be mapping the assets for?